Will the global monetary system change take place? Well, I do have some ideas. And one is, look, technology is advancing fast. So I do believe we're moving into a digital based currency, whether that be a digital based banking system, cryptocurrency. It's going to be, and we might get rid of the banking system altogether. That would be awesome. I don't believe we're going back to a gold backed system. I just don't think that's happening. I think cash will be gone. Now, also, the dollar as a global reserve currency. Now, usually global reserve currencies only last for maybe 100 years, give or take 10 years. Ours has only been around, or already been around, for 94 years. With that said, we're at our last end. We have about maybe the last 5 or 10 years left of our currency. If we're lucky, we'll get another 10 years. But with the way things are playing out, we see that this is going to go down way before then. Alright, on to some news about what's going on with the dollar failing around the world. First article comes from Zero Hedge, and this is titled Russia and Turkey's Diversifying into Gold as the U.S. borrows faster than the entire world saves. That's right, we are borrowing that fast of a rate. Which, what does that tell us? The world is getting out of the dollar. What are they moving into? Gold. We could see from this chart here in the past few years, as the U.S. government's debt moves up, the world's international reserves moves out of the dollar and into gold. The sources are the United States Treasury and the World Gold Council. Okay, and there's also one more thing I wanted to show you from this article. That is that Deutsche Bank, everybody's heard of Deutsche Bank, right? Look what's happening to the most important bank in the United States right now and around the world in terms of global markets. Okay, back in 2006, their stocks were up here, and look what's going on now. They're way down, down to the ground, about at their death. Okay, and once they die, once Deutsche Bank goes out, look what's going to happen. It's going to be worse than the 2007-2008 crisis. Okay, this will be the collapse of the collapses. And you could see right here from all these, the news and commentary on what's been going on, also factors in the dollar's death. Another thing I wanted to show you also from Zero Hedge, it says China is done playing tariff tag, and it's now looking to crash the stock markets. China has gotten tired of playing this game with the Trump administration and is now playing a new game called devalue stock dump. It consists of China aggressively devaluing the yuan in an effort to crash the U.S. stock market. If you think I'm being overly dramatic here, have a look at the chart below. This current devaluation is already on par, if not worse, than those of August 2015 and January of 2016. Look at this. Those last two devaluations, which are the red boxes, resulted in the S&P 500 dropping 11% and 12% in less than 1 week. Okay, this is due to China aggressively devaluing the yuan in 1 week. That's what happened. Put simply, China's done messing around. It's actively trying to crash the U.S. stock market to send a message to the Trump administration. China knows that President Trump views the stock market as a report card on his performance as presidency. And since the stock market has erased a lot of the gains, or if not all of the gains, since Trump's gotten into office, we have not heard anything regarding the stock markets from President Trump. I do think that's a little bit funny, right? But, I just think with both the liberals, the Democrat liberals, and the conservatives, which I'm more conservative myself, I just think this whole thing is a game, really it is. And I do think Trump's a good guy, though. And most of the people on the right and the left, all they care about is their money. They care about their power and politics and how they're doing, and what they really should be caring about is the people. They always talk about the people, but really they're in for their own little side deals and what they get out of this. And we've seen that with a lot of senators. Okay. What else we got to show you? Debt for the U.S. corporation topped $6 trillion. A huge $6.3 trillion in corporate debt should trouble the Wall Street investors facing a stricter rate environment even as cash hoarding reaches a peak, according to the S&P Global. Speculative grade borrowers have reached a new record low cash to debt ratio of just 12% in 2017, below the 14% reported in 2008 during the Great Recession. Did you hear that? It's below the 14% in 2008. So, just another factor pointing to we are in the recession now, and we have seen the drop in the stocks. We have seen nations around the globe move out of the dollar, bypassing the dollar, and moving out of it any way they can due to all the tariffs and taxes that Trump has done. The only way this was working around the globe was 0% interest rates for a long time. As soon as they started upping the interest rates around the globe, nobody was attracted to the dollar anymore because it's already faulty. It was backed by was the faith of those using it. And now that it's to buy it costs how much just to use the dollar? That's ridiculous. Money shouldn't cost to use it. You should earn money, and it shouldn't cost anything. You should earn it, and that's how you should get it. You know. In other news from Zero Hedge, Bank of America spots an $800 billion cliff that fills us with fear. Other banks that are going down the hill. So we've already reported that Deutsche Bank is going down. How about Bank of America? Yep, if Deutsche Bank goes down, all other banks are going to go down as well. We've heard all the drama with Wells Fargo, everything they've been trying to do to make money. It's bad for all of the global markets, all of the banks. They're going to have to do something real fast. And that's why the Economy magazine in '88 said 2018 is the year. Okay. See this growth? There's been no growth at all in any markets. We're done. We're at the time in the new changing system. Also, Iran is done. Sanctions could soon push oil prices above $90 a barrel. That's right. Gas prices are at their highest that they've been in the past 4 years. Bank of America Merrill Lynch says. Now, we just reported on the Bank of America and how bad they're doing in their banking. How about gas? Gas is going to go up, and this isn't good news for anyone, right? Except for maybe Iran, but horrible news for Iran because they can't even use the dollar in world markets right now. Let's look what happened to them in world markets. It said President Donald Trump's sustained bid to disrupt Iran's petroleum export could soon help to push oil prices above $90 a barrel. Crude futures were seen hovering close to multi-year highs during early afternoon deals after a bigger than expected drop in U.S. stockpiles added to a rally fueled by a major Canadian supply outrage. And yeah, we already know what he did. On Tuesday, the U.S. demanded that all countries halt imports of Iranian crude from early November. The Trump administration's hard position comes as part of a broader push to try to further isolate Tehran, both politically and economically. What they want is regime change. Okay, we've heard General Wesley Clark say that, and this was back when Obama was in office, that they want to take out all of the 7 countries in the Middle East, Iran, Iraq, and they named them all one by one. Iran was the last one. Okay, and look it up, General Wesley Clark, Clark, and just put General Wesley Clark taking out 7 countries in the Middle East, and it's a very interesting clip. I hope you learned something out of coming here today. Thanks for checking out RC Truth Media. Please like and subscribe. I need more subscribers, and click that bell so you can get all the updated videos. Alright, and you have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow.